All right, so you started this in class, okay, activity 8D. All right, all I'm testing, and by the way, on the test, each section has a title which should give you a hint as to what I am testing.
Yeah.
I'll say that again. Each section has a title which should give you a hint as to what I am testing.
Are you telling us the
No.
I'm not going to tell you what the title is. I essentially told you when I told you what was going to be on the test. Okay. All right, so number 1 was done for us. Number 2, I'm going to cold call. We're going to start with Unia. What's the person of Wexamus?
first person?
Say again?
First person.
Good. First.
Plural. And translation is we are annoying, and you do annoy.
Good. We annoy. We are annoying.
Are we annoying?
We do annoy. I don't know. Depends on whom you ask. All right. In order to do this activity properly, what do you need to have? What chart should you have memorized? What do we call those things? What do we call those things? It starts with a P. Personal what?
Endings.
Personal endings. Good. Okay. Can we sing the song real quick?
No.
OSTMUSTISNT. O or M means I, S means you, T means he, she, or it. Mus means we, tis means y'all, and means they. All right, hopefully you'll get better at that by the time the test comes, because it's kind of...
It's a very
I
unique
hate
song.
using songs.
You know, it'd be funny if I had an oral portion of the test where I have you come outside and sing it to me for point.
Yeah, but like that would be like so unique. That way people would know the song.
I really don't like songs about memorizing things.
What do you mean? You're in the play,
I know.
and you like musicals. What is that but not musical education?
I don't use music to memorize music. I memorize the lyrics by just using my willpower, not the music online.
Whose will and why does he have power? He's not in this
Same
class.
thing with like New Testament. Like they have this song for all the books of the Bible, and like so many people, like Jason, Jack, Genevieve, they all use it. But I'm like, nah, I hate those songs.
Fair enough. Yeah, the songs are not for everybody.
It's easy to remember. You just don't need to ever study it again once you memorize the song.
Exactly.
I mean, that's true too.
No, I meant when you memorize it the first time.
Okay, anyway, number 3, Wexant. Clara. Person, number, translation.
Third person plural.
Good.
They're annoying and pleasing.
Yep. Okay. I'm only gonna write the first one, but I'll verbalize just so you see it or hear it. Okay, they annoy, they are annoying, they do annoy. All right, but good, Claire. All right, number 4, Wexo, Silwana.
First person, singular. I annoy, I am annoying, I do annoy.
Good. Okay, I annoy, I am annoying, and I do annoy. Number 5. Okay, number 5, Wexat, Sextus.
Third person singular.
Good.
He, she is annoying. She is annoying. She annoys, and he is annoying.
Good. Okay, for simplicity's sake, if you just wrote he or she on their own, like that's fine.
What is it?
You could also say it, but that's kind of weird. So grammatically it's fine, but technically
It is annoying. Yeah, it could. A dog keeps trying to kill me.
What?
but technically dog has gender.
Huh? Yeah, but dog is classified in the it category.
In English, yes. Not in Latin.
A dog?
In Latin, dog is either masculine or feminine. It is not neuter.
El solo.
Are we saying a
Like,
dog,
what about
like a
that
guy or girl
action?
dog?
Like,
In Latin, you're.
smacking is annoying. It is
Smack-
annoying.
Smacking would be,
Like in
well, that
English.
depends, because in Latin, what happens, smacking is a present active participle, correct? In Latin, that gives rise sometimes to new words, like new nouns, and those will have gender. So if it's a participle, interesting, how would you, yeah, I guess then it would be neuter, but if it's become an actual noun, then it would have a specific gender.
Will there be any like participles or
No.
germs or whatever?
I mean, well, yes, we do have them, but we are not close to that just yet. Yeah, but we will learn them, and they're super easy to recognize too, so when we get to them, it'll be nice. All right, number 6, vexatis, Maximus.
Second person plural, and y'all annoying, y'all are annoying, and y'all do annoy.
Good. Okay, y'all annoy, y'all are annoying, and y'all do annoy. All right, any questions on activity 8D?
No.
Okay, so that chart you need to kind of commit to memory. I'm gonna ask you to probably duplicate that on the test, by the way. Okay, similarly to the last test we had, yes.
Can you repeat number 5?
Okay, number 5, the translation. He annoys, he is annoying, he does annoy. Okay, same as for she. Okay, next. Activity 8E. May I? I guess I can, okay. All right, for this, these are vocab terms from this chapter, some of them, okay? And you should already know pueri and puella, okay? What do we call these things? Nos, ego, vos, and tu. What's that part of speech called?
Pronoun.
Good, it's a pronoun, exactly. All right, that's gonna help you. Okay. So number 1, nos. What do we need to know to do this exercise appropriately? We kind of need to know our personal endings, but what specifically do we need to know?
Person and number.
We need to know person and number, but what's gonna really help us here? Linus?
What the words mean? Like the translation.
Okay, so we need to know what the words mean. All right, is there a chart in your notes that would help you with this exercise? Yes. The chart for which verb specifically? Sum. Yep, the irregular verb sum esse fui futurus. Okay, so real quick, what are the forms? Sum, what comes next?
Sum, S.
Bro, what are you saying? Like, so.
Okay, repeat. Sum es est, sumus est sunt. All right, let's try to stick with the timbre. Sum es est, sumus est sunt. A little better, still a little laggy, but that's okay.
Divine little.
Huh? What did you say?
Never mind.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, nos. What do we got? Quintus.
Oh, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Nos.
No.
Number 1.
Nos, that would be, sumus.
Good. Okay, and how am I going to translate sumus?
We are.
Good.
That sounds so.
Okay, now question. Do I need nos?
No.
No.
No, why? Why do I not need nos? Where is the subject hiding?
The ending.
The ending, good. And what is my ending, everybody? Mus. And mus means who? We, good. Okay, number 2, pueri, Aurelia. It's not puer, it's pueri. How many is pueri? Is it singular or plural? It's plural. So which, am I gonna use est or am I gonna use sunt? Sunt, yep. Okay, and how do I translate sunt, Aurelia? Make it plural, make it plural. Yeah. They what?
No, wait, isn't it the boys are?
Well, so sunt on its own is they are, but here we're gonna translate because we technically have a subject, it's the boys. Okay, next. Ego. Ego Marcellus, what do we got?
I wrote soon.
That is correct. And how do we translate that?
I am.
Good. Nice. Number 4. Bless you. Vos. Aquila. Because remember, vos is
Y'all.
Yo.
you all. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. There you go. Okay. And how do I translate estis? Y'all are. Yep.
Y'all.
Okay, number 5. Puella. Janus.
Who's y'all?
S,
Mm-hmm. And how do I translate this one?
the girl is.
Good. And if it was just est on its own, Valentina, what would it be? Just est by itself. Like if Puella wasn't there, and it was just the word est, how would I translate that?
It's still the same.
How would it be the girl is, if there's no subject?
It's in the ending.
Yes, but it doesn't say the girl. Who's my subject? Just est on its own.
Huh?
What do you mean, huh?
Confused.
O or M means I, S means you, T means
He, she, or it.
yes. So est on its own without a subject.
It's just he, she, or it.
He, she, or it what?
Is.
Yes, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all I was asking. All right, number 6, 2. Sewera.
S.
Mm-hmm. And how'd you translate that?
You are.
Good. All right, any questions on activity 8E?
Name.
Okay, are we gonna memorize that chart of sum ss, sum ss,
Yeah.
sum? Yeah, you should know those forms. Commit them to memory, they're not gonna go away. I
But
promise
it's
you.
not hard, it's just like the regular except the soon.
Yeah, but I will say because sum is irregular in general, you should just start to, like, in your brain, however you organize your thoughts, kind of separate it as its own category. All right, most textbooks and most dictionaries will also have them separately as well. Okay, activity 8F, this was probably a bit long, but let's go through it, okay? Number 1, repetite post me, servos spectamus. Some of you caught on. Let's try that again. Repetite post me, servos spectamus. All right. Translation. Hilarious.
Oh, we watched this one.
We watch the slaves. Good.
Wait, it's. Oh.
Okay. Now, why is it not the slaves are watching? Why is it not the slaves are watching? Who can explain that to me? You know.
Because you're talking about Optimus,
Uh-huh.
which is first person plural, and also servos and the first person.
Servos is the,
The second case is a direct object.
yeah, so this would be our direct object, so it can't be our subject, and mus is first person plural, which you said is we. Good, very good, thorough explanation, well done. All right, next, repetite post me vexatis pueri,
Me vexatis pueri.
translatio hilarius.
You boys annoy me.
Good.
Y'all boys annoy me.
I would say y'all annoying boys.
Yeah, I wrote y'all annoying boys.
All boys annoy me.
Y'all boys.
So you could say, you boys annoy me, you boys are annoying me, or you boys do annoy me, or boys, you annoy me, some form of that. But here's my question though, here's my question. What case is this word here? What case is this word here?
Vocative.
It's vocative, right. How do I know that it's vocative?
Because it's a sentence.
What? That's not, what?
Because,
Linus, why?
because it's addressing the boys.
Because we're addressing the boys, as we're talking to them, to you, oh boys.
Well, I mean, if you translate it, you can see that it's directly addressing the boys.
Yeah, yep, exactly. And does this also help us, kind of? Tease?
Very confused.
You're confused?
Yeah, I was a bit confused with this.
Okay, well, with this sentence or with this exercise in general?
I mean, yeah, I was just confused with, the, like, all the exercises in general, besides, like, the first one.
Okay, I mean, all this is checking is if you know how to apply all that we've done, so like, can you translate appropriately?
Yeah, but I just find it a little confusing on the aspect of, regular personal endings and then the irregular endings. I just, I'm a little confused on how you're supposed to use them interchangeably.
Okay, so,
Because, I understand that, you know, supposed to be irregular, they're supposed to be for certain situations. But I'm just a bit confused on, criteria for using one over the other.
all right, so let me explain that. These that we have up here, okay, these personal endings, those are applicable pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
Now, the way it differs with these guys here, okay, the personal endings are technically applied here. The endings are applied, but the front of the word is irregular. And the reason why is because it's not, well, okay, without getting too into it, let me explain one thing. All right, so this example here, paro parare, okay, to form these words, to conjugate in Latin, I will just verbally talk you through it. Okay, you need to find the second principal part, okay, the RE goes away, and that leaves you with your stem, which is PARA. And then you just add your personal endings, except for the first form, which they've already given you, it's actually right here. Okay, that's how you conjugate a verb. Now, with the irregulars, sorry, let me just make sure. With the irregulars, if we were to do that, right, we find our infinitive, it's esse, but there's no RE that goes away. Okay, and if we, I don't know, like let's say we took off the SE instead. Okay, it's not est, because then over here it just gets funky. It would be esmus, estis, and essent. But it's not like that. It's like some of the forms are a little different. So it's not like these are endings that you need to know. They're just irregular verbs that you need to memorize. Like this is already conjugated for you. Does that help?
Yeah, I understand that, we need to, like, those verbs are used in certain situations. Somesa Quifitoris is just the thing is, like for example, 8E, with the one where it was like fill in, and then, I mean, we have to, well, in that situation, we have to write the word forms of for the verb soon, but then also, I mean, I found that kind of straightforward because they gave you the instructions for soon, but, if you were to go up to 8B, I just found it a bit confusing also with like that as well, with like the we annoy, we are annoying, and then like skip a couple, like I annoy, I am annoying, I do annoy, I just found that a little confusing too.
Okay, so in your mind, what I'd like you to think about, okay, remember, we've talked about different types of verbs. We've got action verbs and we've got linking verbs, okay? In this exercise here, these are action verbs, something is happening. But these forms here, these are just linking verbs. So you'll only ever see one or the other. You're not gonna see them both in the same sentence unless they're like separated by two separate clauses. Right, like she was annoyed, or no, she was being, no, let's try this. Like she annoys the students because she is a teacher, right? So you've got a regular conjugated verb, she annoys the students, right? New clause, she is a teacher. Okay, they're two separate verbs doing two separate functions.
But we add quad.
But we add quad, yeah.
How do you translate it?
Huh?
How do you translate
Like into Latin?
Yeah.
You would probably say something like, discipulos vexat, quod ea magistra est.
Sounds difficult.
Not really. It was just a one-to-one translation, factoring in authentic Latin word order. It's not really that difficult. Yeah, I know. Okay, I think it'll become more apparent. Let's just keep going through them. If you still have questions, we do have tomorrow for review as well. Okay, number 3, cur clamas Aurelia? Translation, Achilles.
Why are you shouting already now?
Okay, why are you shouting Aurelia? Okay, now this is direct address. What case is Aurelia, everybody? Vocative, good. And how do is this verb S gonna help me here?
Yeah.
Yes, right? Because that's second person, singular or plural, everybody? Singular, good. Okay, could I say, why do you shout, Aurelia?
That's what I wrote.
Could I-
Echoes what I wrote.
Yep, that is correct. Could I say, well,
Oh yeah, that's something I don't get either, like adding okay, so why do you shout? Why,
is also fine.
yeah, why do you add those words? Why do you shout if you're not in a sentence?
Or why would you just say,
Well,
why you shout?
Just,
So remember,
Technically, I mean,
well, you would have to, because quote is there, you have to use why.
Yeah.
'Cause I mean, if you wanted to say, do you shout, Aurelia, it would look like this. Right, we take our interrogative completely out of the equation and we make it a question by adding our enclitic ne, which indicates a question mark because the Romans didn't have punctuation. Okay, but that's not what's going on here. You might be getting hung up on English helping verbs. I think that's what's confusing you. Did you, yes?
On the test, would it be like the similar questions, like you give us like the Latin, and then we have to like translate it?
Yeah. Yep. There will be translation on the test. Okay. So here, remember, Latin is very efficient. Okay. So what takes English a couple of words is going to take Latin only 1 or 2. Okay. It's like encompassing it. Now, when I'm saying like don't add other words, like don't, like the word wolf is not in here, but don't like add wolf, right? Because it's clearly not in the sentence. But you can add things like do and are, like helping
Or
verbs.
article.
Or articles, yeah.
Why you shout the Aurelia?
Well, you wouldn't do that though,
The Aurelia.
no. Okay. Let's see if we can get a couple more done. All right, Yasun, help me out here, number 4.
I wrote, why do y'all enter the villa on Marcus and Sixtus?
Good.
So like, about like the verb endings and stuff,
Yeah, sure.
usually there's like 3 different endings, not 3 different translations, right? That you
Mhm.
can use, like we annoy, are annoyed, we do annoy.
Yeah.
So in this case, would why y'all enter the villa be a valid translation, because it doesn't make that much sense.
If you get rid of do,
Yeah,
no,
okay,
no, because
so,
the tricky thing about this is like I want you to be as close to the Latin as possible, but you still need to make sense in English.
Yeah.
So that it's kind of it's a skill, it's an art that a little bit, yeah, good question, very good question.
so would that only have like 2 valid endings, like why do y'all enter the villa, or why are y'all entering the villa?
Correct. Yeah, those 3 translations are usually for only when it's not a question.
Okay.
Yeah, but because so that was a question, it's kind of weird. All right, number 5, translation. Augusta.
The slaves are not in the middle.
Good. Okay, the slaves are not in the bedrooms. Bedrooms. Okay. If it was bedroom, it would be cubiculo.
Yeah, because you add and
Yeah, and we'll learn about those endings soon. Okay, so here, Clinton, right, in these 2 previous examples, we've got intratus, which is a regular conjugated verb, right? And so is sunt, but it's an irregular conjugated verb. So that's really just the difference. You use, like it's a thing of action or a thing of
So
being.
what I'm understanding here is that with number 4, you're using the regular personal ending chart. With number 5, you're using the irregular personal ending chart because of the sunt, because of the intratus, and because there's no irregular verb that would even qualify for number 4.
Yep. Okay. I will post, actually, we'll go over these tomorrow. Look these over tonight. All right, and for your homework, I would like you to take a whack at activity 8G.
Take a whack.
Yeah, take a whack at
Who
it.
would say that anymore?
I do. And I'd also like you to try your hand at activity 8J. Okay, I will post these on the portal. You should also study your vocabulary. I will post the links for both, but you need to be aware of them, all right? Thank you.
Have a seat.